Hello and welcome back to Andy on Tour. Today our focus will be on part of Thuringia. Thuringia, or Thüringen in German language, is a German state which is located in the center of Germany. Because of the beautiful landscapes, they claim to be the green heart of Germany. Today, in the second issue of my series Romantic Germany, I'll prioritize again the smaller towns and cities, which are usually not really in focus of travelers in Germany. Of course, Thuringia has got many more interesting places to be visited, and those might be destinations for my next excursion. Okay guys, so let's get the show started. Schmalkalden is located in the west of Thuringia and has got a population of approximately 20,000. In 9th century it was already recorded in documents. In 16th century it played a major role in Reformation process of Christian Church in Germany. A wonderful conglomerate of historical buildings can be found in the center of the city. Schloss Wilhelmsburg can be visited and accommodates an exhibition about the union of Schmalkalden and its war against the German Emperor and the Catholic part of Germany. Kranichfeld, where we found accommodation for 1 week, is a small town with a population of approximately 3,300. It has got 2 castles, the upper castle and the lower castle. In the lower castle, the Niederburg, 2 medieval festivals take place at Easter and autumn. The upper castle, the Oberschloss, is having a medieval festival at Whitsunday.
Wie heißt das? Das sagt meine Frau auch immer.
Arnstadt. First documented in 8th century, the city has now a population of about 28,000. Johann Sebastian Bach, the world-famous composer and organist, had found his first employment as an organist right here in Arnstadt at the age of 18. Only a few kilometers away from Arnstadt, the Wachsenburg castle is sitting on a hill. Apparently built in 11th century and officially documented in 12th century. Refurbished in 19th and 20th century. Weimar has got a population of approximately 66,000 and was documented first time in late 9th century. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe and Friedrich Schiller, two famous German authors and philosophers, have lived and worked here for quite a long time.
Das gibt's aber in München, ne? So, komm her.
So, sagst du?
Ja.
Dann wünsche ich guten Appetit und einen traumhaft schönen Tag euch noch.
Ja, danke schön.
Immer gern.
Erfurt, with a population of 213,000, is not really a small town anymore, but still worth to be listed in my selection of romantic places in Germany. The Krämerbrücke, best translated as Grocer's Bridge, is one of its icons and the longest bridge in Europe that is fully covered with buildings on both sides of its road. It was documented for the first time in early 12th century.